Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today I've got yet another roster review. So we dropped the roster review for Rob the other day. It's had some really good feedback, some really constructive criticism as well. I put my hands up. I may have gone on a little bit too long. I put my hands up, all right? So today, Oliva actually got in touch with me via Discord, said, hey, I'm 465 days played. I've spent about $60 on my roster so far. Could you have a little look? Let me know what you think. So, going by our constructive criticism, what we're going to do is have a bit of a briefer look at his roster and then maybe spend a little bit of extra time on moving some teams around. We'll see what happens from there. And as I say, the first few of these are probably just going to be more of finding a way to do them. You know, finding a little way, and then hopefully we'll get through a really good amount of them. Because I know there's a fair few people out there that want me to have a look at their rosters. So if you do, guys, don't forget, Discord links are down below. Drop me a message on there. It's Shanksy #1387. And yeah, just send me over your roster, send me how many days played, and send me how much you've spent as well. And ideally, what you're looking to do going forward. You know, is there any particular advice that you're looking for? So, straight away, I can see he is 3.3.5 million. Strongest team power is 301k. War MVP 0. Total characters collected 116. Characters at max rank 32. All-time arena number 1. And latest arena rank is 14. This is his arena defense. So we've got Ultron there, Phoenix, Captain Marvel, Ultron and Juggernaut and Mags. Really, really solid. I like that a lot. We'll have a little look how strong that Captain Marvel is, see if there's anyone else that we can put in there. But let's see what he's having a little work on at the moment. So, like most of us, he's working on Shocker, the Invisible Woman event's coming up soon. Probably not going to get there in time, but there's always next time. There's always next time. Shocker has been really, really tough to farm. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've been finding him a nightmare. We've also got all the AIM guys up here favorited. So he's working on the AIM team, which is a really solid choice. He's got 14k on Graviton, 14, 20, 20. I would definitely start working on Graviton first. Bring him up ahead of the others, especially if you're using him for like war defense. Graviton and Scientist Supreme are the keys, and then start working on Security Assaulter and Monstrosity in that particular order. Sure, he's absolutely beautiful there at, I don't know if you can see that, my big fat head's in the way. 68k, 6 red stars, looking really good. Captain Marvel is a big Captain Marvel, so I definitely would recommend keeping her in that arena defense. 61k on Star-Lord, 6 red stars on Invisible Woman though. Ooh, baby, that's going to be nice. Iron Fist there at 58k. Moving on down, we've got Phoenix at 58k. Level 71, I'll try and bring her, level 70, sorry. I'll try and bring at least Ultron and Phoenix up to level 71 if you can. They really do get a really nice boost at 71. Level 72 and 73 aren't that much cop, but 71's really good, 74's really good, 75's really good. And I've noticed something you do later on in your roster, which we'll get to in a minute. So for the Shield team, we're looking there 54, Drax at 53, Groot, Captain America and Rocket around the 52 with Punisher, Nick Fury and Minerva. So everyone's really closely tied together. Again, Minerva is someone that I would definitely be looking at taking up to 75 when possible. Coulson must go to at least 71 as Scientist Supreme. Well worth it for your tech wing, well worth it for your arena defense. Just really, really worth the gold. Jessica Jones at 48, Deadpool, Daredevil, Juggernaut and Pyro at 47. So it's a really, really close-knit Brotherhood team so far. I like that a lot. Luke Cage at 47 and Vision at 46. Miss Marvel's looking good at 44. Shield Medic is at 44. Would probably look at bringing Shield Medic up a little bit more, as well as Shield Assault, mainly for the Coulson team. They just work so well. They're an absolute beast in defense. Well worth doing it. Sabretooth is 42. Probably leave him where he is at the moment. We don't know what's happening with the Marauders and we don't know what's going to go on with the Brotherhood, really. So Sabretooth's one of them characters that you type of, he's in limbo at the moment for me. M'Baku is 41k. I think that's huge on M'Baku. I know a lot of people like Wakandans. I've not got round to leveling my Wakandans yet, but I feel like M'Baku only works in the Wakandan team, and everywhere else he's a little bit meh at best, you know. So we'll see how big the Wakandan team is, but I probably wouldn't recommend taking him up too much higher, depending on what your plans are with him. Crossbones at 41, level 65. Storms at 40k. War Machine, Shield Assault, as I said, I'd already start working on. Falcon, I would probably favourite, start working in his shards a little bit more, and Rescue's looking pretty good there. Unfortunately, not really farmable. Colossus, only 2 stars, man. He's such a good character. Definitely keep an eye on him, see what else you can do. I'm not sure what gear tier that will be, but yeah, definitely keep an eye on him. That looks like he's gear tier 13. Gamora at 41. Black Panther 38, sorry, Mystique 38, Psylocke 37, again one of them characters that is type of left in limbo where we work out what happens with the X-Men. Killmonger, Shield Operative, you can stop working on Shield Operative, as I say, she's been pretty much replaced by Coulson in that lineup. Things absolutely beautiful. American Chavez and Iron Man. Now, I don't know what your Shield's looking like, but he's well worth getting 7-star as and when, but he's not really a priority. Really nice looking Rhino there at 32, Nobu 31, Namor, Okoye, all around the 30s mark, Vulture, Ronan, Human Torch, Wolverine. Everyone seems really stacked up, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It seems to me that you've brought everyone up to like level 50s, you know, level 50s, 55s, and I feel like you could save yourself a lot of gold by maybe taking the ones that you're not really using up to level 30. Taking them up to level 30 costs you about 90k gold. Taking them up to level 50 costs about 600k gold. So with that 500k gold you're saving per character, you might be able to use that on the bigger guys to get them bigger, if that makes sense. You know, rather than focusing on bringing up the min-owls, let's focus on the guys that are going to really make you an absolute beast. Would be my assumption. I know this is like one of them things in Marvel Strike Force. A lot of people argue whether you focus on one team really heavily, or whether you focus on your whole roster up to a certain point. I'm 6 and 2 3s. I like to take them all up a little bit, but it's the big guys that I want to see really increase and get the most impact from the big guys, where the little guys I'm like, what am I going to do? Use them in one blitz rotation? Maybe 2, and then they're pretty much dead in the water for me. So focus on your bigger guys. You know, you've got a lot of good teams to work on there, like the Fantastic Four, like the Sinister Six, like AIM that you're doing at the moment. A lot of good teams to work on, rather than wasting gold on like some of the random guys down here. Again, Loki, Thanos, all at this level 55 marks, level 60 as well. So a lot of gold that's gone down here. Elektra. See, this is one thing that I've been working on recently, get my hand up to 7-star for the hand event. It comes around every now and again, but you know what, the gear looks... it's just such a shame because they're useless everywhere else, in my opinion. Doctor Strange looking good at 20 and all the way down. The Hand Sorceress again. Everyone is level 55, 57, down to about 55, 50. So there's a lot of gold gone on some of these guys that you're probably not using all that much. I'd start maybe looking at Quake for the Inhumans. Bit of forward thinking there, baby. Bit of forward thinking. Scarlet Witch, Thor, having just literally all the min-outs, all the people that you really expect to see down here are the 2 people that I wouldn't expect to see down here. Thor, I would definitely start having a little look at Thor now that the Asgardians are beastly. And honestly, I know there's so many teams to work on, but Scarlet Witch and the rest of the Supernatural team are well and truly worth having a look at, without a shadow of a doubt. Mr. Sinister, you got a nice 4 red stars on him. It's probably going to be a question of gold, but definitely one to focus on. As with that Ghost Rider that I'm blocking, if you do choose to work down the Supernatural route, which I would definitely recommend. Elsa at level 1, 3 red stars. Breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. Oliver, what are you doing, dude? Welcome to that Supernatural team, baby. Definitely. And Hela as well, down there. she's well worth some love, man. Hela and the rest of the Asgardians are well worth some love. So that's the actual roster overview. What we're going to do now is jump on over and have a look at the save squads and see if we can make any improvements. So here we are. First one is a real good, solid standard team. Good position in there as well. Star-Lord feeding the energy to Rocket Raccoon. Minerva there in the middle. Groot and the Drax, the two Taunters as it were, on the other side. I like that team a lot. Nothing more you can say about that, really. Solid team. The Defenders there at 254. I like the power. I'd probably leave them where they are. And again, the layout of them is pretty damn nice. Now, the first one that I'd recommend moving around a little bit is Captain America in this Brawler team. Doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. I'd maybe take him out and we'll find a different Brawler to put in there. Really make the use of Miss Marvel's passive, where she gets the Brawlers to help every single turn. Just make the most of that and get that extra attack every single time. Now, I've noticed what you do with your Ultron as well, and maybe put him with Ultron. Might be a good shout. So going down onto the Shield minions, looking really solid there. Most of them on 6 stars, all solid power level, 241k, looking really good. They've got some decent defense and punch up abilities. I like it. 222 with the Brotherhood, looking really solid as well. Again, we'll have to see what happens with the Brotherhood overall. 212 for the Wakandan team, again spot on. I'd probably look at bringing some of the bigger damage dealers up though. So you've got a really big tank and a really big support in Shuri. Ooh, baby, that Shuri's amazing. But I would definitely look at bringing the other 3 that actually deal the damage up as much as possible. Especially if you're going to be running that team, which looks like a really good team. You really need to be focusing on these 3, because these 3 are the ones that do all the damage. These 2 are just more the linchpin of the team, you know, keeping them together. Really nice looking X-Men again. It looks like you've abandoned Wolverine, man. Like, Wolverine actually goes really nicely now with the rest of the X-Men team. I'd probably look at bringing him up a little bit more in line. Obviously, when Colossus is farmable, he's going to be a beast. So yeah, probably look at Wolverine a little bit there. Power armor teams looking in good shape. 40k, big damage dealers, one of the biggest one. Vision there at 46. They're looking pretty good. You know, the only one that you need to keep alive is Rescue, so maybe if we can bring up Rescue a little bit more, lovely of the Jubblies. Fantastic Four, the only thing that looks like you're being held back on Fantastic Four and Namor is the inability to farm them. When you do have that ability to farm them, you are going to be one scary Fantastic Four team, dude. Like, that is going to be absolutely scary. There's 6 red stars on Human Torch, 6 on Invisible Woman, 3 on Captain Marvel, 3 on Captain Marvel. What's wrong with me and Captain Marvel today? 3 on Mr. Fantastic, 3 on The Thing, and 2 on Namor. It's going to be a big old team, without a shadow of a doubt. I like it, I like the layout. So, fairly standard, fairly meta so far. This is where it gets a little bit non-meta-ish for me. And I would definitely, first change I would make, without a shadow of a doubt, is switching over Ultron for Mysterio over here. There's no need to break up the Sinister Six. They do such a good job by themselves, and Ultron's one of them characters that you can pretty much just put a ton of people with him at high power, and that's why I'd recommend putting him with Captain America, because you've got a really big Captain America. Put him on down there with Ultron, and then just like fill in the gaps around him. Again, with this team, you could start even looking at making the base of the Supernatural team once it's there, but I suppose for Blitz this works really nicely. Everyone at 38, so you've got a real strong Gamora. But again, even at Blitz, I can't imagine this going much past 3.8 multiplier. So Ultron switched over to there, Mysterio over there without a shadow of a doubt. Let's have a little look if there's anyone else that we can move around. So I would definitely put Scarlet Witch and Mordo together without a shadow of a doubt. Even, like, as I say, it's the base, the core, what we can make so far of the Supernatural team. And putting Thor with Loki, for example, is going to start you taking advantage of Thor's new passive. So forming the bases, even though you haven't got all the blocks added up to build these super, like, meta teams, as it were, even at the low ranks, like taking advantage of all their passives, taking advantage of that synergy is going to be a real big move for you, dude. Without a shadow of a doubt. Aim, I already know that you're working on, and I like to see that that aim's being worked on again. I think that's going to be a pretty sexy aim team, man. Once you've started working on them a little bit. Kree's fairly solid. You've got most of the Kree to Kree minions, isn't it? It's Kree minions for Fury. So you must be working on them still. Keep working on them for Fury. Once you get Fury at 7-star, then you can you can get Iron Man at 7-star, and it starts ticking over for you without a shadow of a doubt. Right, what are we having a look at here? I really like this this little makeshift team. I really like this little makeshift team a lot. It's a big crossbones. We've got a trooper next to him, so he's going to taunt turn 1. The trooper's then just going to be a bit more of an annoyance. Merc Lieutenant's then going to offense up. Yondu's going to hit everyone. He's going to hit everyone with offense up. Kingpin for the defense up. I quite like that as a blitz team, I really do. Again, you could move that round if you wanted to, put in like crossbones with Ultron and making a very big team that's going to be able to do 4.3, the top multiplier, 8.3 multipliers, because they're such a big team and they've got Ultron as that linchpin. And fairly straightforward. If and when you can, chuck a few bits and pieces towards hand, because that new hand event where they've increased the reward so much is so worth it. Then we've got down here, we've got Hawkeye. Pretty much, this is probably like a turn 1 blitz. You're not going to get much more out of that. And then the very last team is a big old Mantis. You know what? I'd probably try and move Mantis, maybe even up with the Ultrons as well. Again, put Strange with Mordo and Scarlet Witch. Just get the foundation of that team going. The Ant-Man and Wasp combination, I'll put my hands up. One of my favourite combinations of the whole bloody game. I love Wasp. I think she's absolutely awesome, incredibly underrated. And the AI Wasp seems to be a lot more powerful than my Wasp, and that always pisses me off a little bit. So I like Wasp a lot. And so yeah, that is basically what I'd do. I'd start putting together the core components on your save squads for the teams. You know, move around the Stranges and get them into their synergized teams, and then you can work on like which ones you want to work on. You know, so Hela, for example, is really worth a lot of work. Heimdall isn't worth that much resources. You know, Heimdall for me is probably gear tier 10, level 65, where Hela is probably going to be 75, gear tier 13, moving on to gear tier 14 when I can get her up in there. But that's due to the way that I like to use her, the way that I feel like she can like go into a lot of different squads. So start thinking about the characters that you like to use elsewhere and start working on them, you know, like your tech wings and all that type of good stuff. But foundation wise, really solid. And the other piece of advice that I would personally give is maybe instead of taking them up to 50, 55s, where you're not going to use them, take them up to level 30, save yourself a little bit of gold, and focus on the guys that you do want to work on, as opposed to try and go far and wide. But that is going to be it for me today. I've probably droned on again. We're going to have to see if we can I don't know, streamline this process slightly. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Oliver, I hope that's helped you, mate. Please don't forget, feedback down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. You want to talk to me in person, you can find me over at my Twitch page, www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. And I hope to see you over there, guys. Until next time, take it easy.